I am a pen, and tonight I dream. My nib drags, scratching against the plane of the page. Ink bleeds and feathers, then skips, and I fall short of writing where I should, despite the guiding hand that clasps my neck. I feel the ink move within me, a trickle at most, but I'm distracted by the page. My vision cannot perceive the words that are being written, as I'm far too close to the surface of the paper. I don't know what needs to be written. Not that it matters, for I miscarry the words that were intended to flow through me. Ink splutters forth on the top of my nib, casting a wet shadow over the beautiful engravings in the metalwork. I hope this ink does not dry. What then will the face of my nib look like? The residue will stain my cap. The patient author continues using me with perfect precision, masterfully wielding me, each component of which was crafted with such exactitude. But the tip of my nib is unyielding in its unwillingness to produce what it was made to produce. Despite the angle I'm held at, or the paper I am placed on, I only descend into the shame of ineptitude. I consistently fail to yield writing that a pen should. The author calmly unscrews my barrel from my section, revealing my inner. The desiccation of my ink is apparent. The microscopic nozzle in my tip suffocates due to the crystallization of dry fluid. The feed under the section is misaligned too. The remnants of liquid that do exist wander aimlessly, clinging to the sides of the ink chamber housed within my core. The author cleans my nib with a cloth and flushes my chamber entirely before resting me on the table as he procures a bottle from a high shelf. My nib is dipped into the bottle of ink, and the screw-in piston converter is twisted, filling the chamber. Fresh ink flows against gravity within my interiority. I am fully reassembled once the pen barrel is reattached to the nib and section. I must write well now, immaculately. I have to. I want the author to use me, to write with me, to write words I will never comprehend, but that need not matter, for I trust in the one in whose hands my barrel and nib and clip and ink and cap and finial rest. The familiar clicking sound snaps without notice. My nib and section are encased in complete darkness. My vision is obscured, and I am placed upright alongside other pens. Ink retreats from the tip, running down into the chamber. My cap is attached. This is how we pens sleep, and this night I dream. I dream of pens I recognize, different colored bodies and ink, multitudes of metals, several styles and shapes. They also had their nibs cleaned and ink reserves replenished. They also had their chambers flushed and filled again with great care. Their nibs were ground and smoothed with stone, mesh, and paper. Even after restoration, I watch some return their gaze to the form of their bodies, the shine of their nib, or the tautness of their clips. Though the words were unintelligible to them, some were so preoccupied with the page or the form of their output that they spent all their attention on the thickness of their lines, the execution of the flourishing loops, strokes, and swashes. Impressions were all they cared about, and in this pursuit, they stiffened. The ink slowed. The nibs started to scratch again. The old clogging returned. Some were restored yet again. Some were not, and were replaced. I wake as light spills into my vision, and sound muffled by my dream and cap return. The lifted cap is placed at the end of my barrel, covering my finial. I am inverted, and feel the ink flowing through the chamber, into the section, and toward the nib. I touch the paper, sensing the fibers as I sweep over them with the tip of my nib. I focus my attention on the movement of ink, feeling its flow as it moves with direction. And it does. Clean and unbroken, each stroke the extension of a will greater than my own. Words take shape beneath a hand I now trust entirely, and I need not know what is being written. I am a pen, and today I write.